to break into the boys' club. If you're working in a male-dominated industry or function like investment banking, technology, or engineering, you may be asking yourself, how can I build relationships with these guys in a way that gives me the same advantages that the other guys have? By the end of this video, I'll leave you with 3 strategies to do just that. It's not what you think. If you want to take your career to the next level and help me at the same time drive gender balanced leadership at all levels in corporates, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell, and you'll be notified when I post new content weekly. I'm Christina dellisanti-Miller of Full Potential Realized, and I'm a career transition coach. I leverage my 20+ years leading talent functions, diversity functions, and consulting to executives in big corporates to help you understand what's going on behind the scenes as they're making talent decisions and help you to navigate that with aplomb. So I spent most of my career in male-dominated industries, aerospace, logistics, and financial services. And I worked with some men. So I get the conundrum of trying to kind of break into the boys' club, and I get the importance of it. Yeah, it really matters what kind of relationships you have with these guys, and you're not going to be able to have the same kinds of relationships that they have with each other. So what can you do? Here's my 3 tips. First tip is think of it like individuals versus trying to break into the group, because you will gain traction developing individual relationships that you won't gain by trying to be part of the big group. Like, you're not going to go to strip clubs if they're still doing that. You're not going to play golf the same way. It's not going to be the same. So how can you leverage, as a woman, developing authentic, great relationships with individuals and develop those relationships in strategic places in the organization in a way that provides you a different alternative way of connecting, where you're not trying to replicate what they have with each other, which is not really accessible to you, but you do have a unique way to connect that they might not have. And how do you take advantage of that? So the first step is to map out your colleagues and identify the ones who you want to invest your time to build relationship with. And these will include some people who have power and who can help move your career forward, and people that you just like. It's not going to be everybody. There are some people that you can try to develop a relationship with and you're just not going to have common ground. So you're looking for that group of people or that subset of people that you can really authentically connect with. Do they have daughters? Are these guys with sisters? Kind? Those guys. Think of a bullseye, drawing a bullseye. You're going to make a relationship map, the people closest to you, the people in the next ring who you might see infrequently, and the ones who you might even see less frequently, and you're going to identify those. And it's weird to think about then transferring those names to a spreadsheet, but yes, a spreadsheet, your relationship management spreadsheet, and thinking consciously about who are the people I'm going to connect with, what's the frequency and the time, what's the venue, and then inside of that, you're going to build your authentic relationship by finding common ground. Second tip is to observe these individuals in action and get genuinely curious about them and look for your common ground. So I'll give you an example. I had a client who was a CEO that was part of the hiring team that brought me into the organization. I was on the same page with him. He left, and now I had to work with a new CEO that I really didn't have anything in common with and wasn't necessarily for the work I was doing. And as I was meeting with him, I noticed that he had fish cufflinks, and he had fish ashtray or some kind of like ceramic dish on his desk. So I was wondering, because my father is a fisherman and I went fishing with my dad, is he a freshwater fisherman? Is he a fisherman? Is he a saltwater fisherman? And I was just thinking about that. And this guy was known to love the Lakers, and everybody tried to connect with him by talking about the Lakers. But like, I knew that that was not going to work for me. I don't know a lot about basketball and it's not real. Whereas I am really interested in fishing because I had that experience as a child with someone who I adore. So at some point, during our meetings, I asked him, like, are you a fisherman? Like, what's going on with your fish cufflink? He was like, why? And I was like, oh, because I noticed you had fish cufflinks. And then I saw this ceramic dish that you had, and I saw fish as a theme. And he wasn't a fisherman, but it turned out that his wife was an executive in a ceramic company, and That was where the dish came from and the cufflinks. And so we had this whole really cool conversation about his wife and her work. And so that was a moment of connection that distinguished that relationship from just the meetings that we had been having. And it came from an authentic place. Yeah, came from an authentic place. And I've heard from other women who have found their sponsors by connecting in that moment of kismet. It's about this kind of serendipitous connection that comes from finding some common ground and having a lighthearted conversation about it in the middle of doing business. That speaks to the third tip as well, which is to really connect authentically about things that you care about, things that you're interested in, and having a genuine curiosity and looking for the positive in them. And so building on that, the authentic connection builds over time, right? So it's continuing to connect with them, be curious about them, caring about them, and infusing these moments in your dialogues as you work together. The topic of how do you break into the boys club came up this week during my free career strategy and tactics planning call. It's an 8-week sprint, and we're outlining the tactics for the following week. Who are we going to connect with? What are we doing around our career? And just getting it in the calendar so it gets done. It's developing a rhythm and a routine in the presence of other like-minded women. If you'd like to join us, sign up at fullpotentialrealize.com/mastermind. Check out these additional strategies, tips, and tricks for bringing your career forward with ease and grace. I'll leave you a playlist. And please like this video, share it with your friends, give it a comment, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Thanks. I look forward to seeing you next time.